Episode 31.
We're back.
We're back. Still no Mason.
No.
He's slacking.
He's got another van now, though.
Oh, has he?
Did you know that?
Did he get the one from the guy you recommended?
No. He bought a different one.
Oh.
Bigger one.
Boring.
But, yeah, so.
Let's do it.
How are you since the last episode?
How am I? Yeah, I'm still alright. I'm stressed today, but that's like today's stress, not
today's
general
problem.
Stress. Just one of those days.
Yeah.
Children and animals can smell when you're stressed, and then they decide to also be stressed because you're stressed. And it's always when you've got something to do.
Yeah.
And they never have anything to do themselves, which is... Anyway, everything's fine.
Apart from that, good.
Everyone's fine, everything's fine. It's not as hot today, although...
Apart from in here.
Yeah. Right? So in here it's still like 38 degrees or something ridiculous, but outside it's not, so that's quite nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm alright, 90-ish% still cooking.
Even when you're stressed?
Yeah, because I know that's temporary. It's not chronic.
Okay.
So all my chronic stuff has died down. My skin's doing alright, enough to train. My knee is good enough to train. Everything's good enough.
Perfect.
And as my therapist keeps telling me, good enough is good enough, or something along those lines. Okay.
Wisdom.
Curtail the perfectionist tendencies. So yeah, that's me. Yeah,
Perfect.
Good. Can't complain. Lots of work. Trying to train when I can. That's it. You?
Nice. Pretty good. I've been advised I need to go to the doctors sooner rather than later.
Oh God.
Just from my trip to Mexico.
Is it your stomach thing?
Yeah, still
going?
Yeah.
I told you there was something wrong with you.
Yeah.
That was a week ago.
2 weeks. Nearly, I think.
No.
Yeah.
When did we record? No. Oh no, that was only on Friday.
No, since I've had the issue.
Oh yeah.
So I've been advised probably see one ASAP. I haven't had chance to contact one yet, but I do have some tablets which seem to be somewhat helping.
No, fucking hell.
It's just concealing
You
the
should
problem.
do that now. You should be doing that instead. Just cover it up.
I've been really busy, haven't I?
Yeah, he's been so busy today.
But no, apart from
What
that...
were you doing then? You should have been enabling him to like...
Yeah. No, she was just
I
sat here...
didn't know about this.
She's just been sat and playing Animal Crossing while I've been like going off doing other things.
We're supposed to be looking after each other in this like jiu-jitsu community.
I left her here on the computer doing like work stuff, and then I went off to do a job, came back and she sat there playing Animal Crossing.
I wrote like 2 pages in my notebook and I was like, that sofa looks really comfortable.
Just getting ready for the podcast.
Yeah, 4 hours before.
Yeah.
You might be the most prepared person that we've ever had.
Yeah, sitting there writing down notes for the pod.
Which includes us as well.
I'm just re-listening to all of your episodes before.
You're a good candidate at the interview. Done your research. Right, so you're not rocking the 90s then?
No, I think I still am. Like,
Well, remains to be seen.
my tummy's not great. I'd say my tummy's on like 10%, but me mentally and personally, like, I'm on like 90 still.
What do you do if they tell you can't train because you've got like some ridiculously
Parasite.
infectious
Or like a tapeworm.
I think
tapeworm?
that's a bit, too late.
Yeah.
I'd name it and keep it for a little bit longer to lose some weight, and then I'd
What
get
would
rid
you
of it.
name it? Stephen?
Yeah, after Bernie.
Yeah.
A little worm that just... I'm joking, Bernie.
Meow. Crikey.
That was a
Give him a
joke.
brown belt. He just fucking thinks he owns the world.
Add on another year onto the black.
Yeah. Talking of some belts promotion tonight, which would have
Yes.
already happened by the time this goes out. Spoiler alert.
Yep.
Congratulations,
Sam's black belt.
Mason. Congratulations to Sean.
And
Conrad. Well done. Honestly,
Charlie.
blue belts, they're like 10 a penny. No one cares. No offense. to
Charlie, Paolo,
anyone. No, I joke, but
I think that's the only blue belts.
I think Bernie's
I believe.
quite impulsive. So he asked us all our opinions, and then
But then we also get to train with these people, so we sort of get a better idea of
yeah,
sort of
that's
levels.
true. So he's got his own opinion, which he mixes into our opinion.
Yeah.
It's been
we help
interesting.
gauge.
The conversation surrounding it has been interesting because, and this is a good point for anyone like at that top end of the white belt kind of stage, is like, it's not how successful you are or think you are in a role that like dictates if a coach or a higher belt goes back to Bernie and says, oh, they need a blue belt because I didn't tap them or something. It's your display. It's your skill on display. Like, there were two people and we were
How
like...
you present yourself as well.
Yeah, and we were kind of having a conversation of my roles with this person are easier. They're not as challenging, but that's because they're displaying a greater amount of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, skill.
So I can play the game better against them. But the person who arguably does better in the sparring is like not displaying as much skill. So actually, that's a bit of a misleading kind of gauge. Anyway, so some people get some blue belts.
Some people don't.
Yeah.
Some people just stick to white.
I thought we should have like created some drama because Bernie can put Mason in his black book of people who've pissed him off, and then just delay his purple belt for at least another year.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Well, it's not too late.
No.
We could still
Kill
do
his
it.
spirits.
That's right. Well, we got to keep that big Jewish ego in check somehow, don't we? Anyway, so he's not here to defend himself. So
He's not here, but we do have a special guest.
special guest. So you're about 90, but not
Yeah.
in your stomach. Fine, done, cool.
Sorry.
How are you, Maya?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Percentage-wise, I've actually never thought to even grade my mood on a percentage.
We'll start now.
Well, I
Bear
just
in
found
mind,
out.
you have spent about 4 hours here before this.
Well, that's gone up to 100.
It's like a handicap where you have to adjust your score because you've had such a terrible day.
Maybe I'd say 75.
Yeah.
I think 75. Yeah, you guys seem to be fairly high up there. Most of the times you do the podcast, and I don't
I
think
was on
I'm.
a downer for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say about 75. Since I've been able to drive, I've been able to kind of be busier. So I've got this next week fairly planned, which is quite new for me after being like 2 months of not having anything planned, which is great because I mean it means I can do stuff and actually spend my time doing something worthwhile.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely boosts the mood up. Yeah, and we've got the grading tonight, which I'm excited for. I think.
Have you frozen your belt? Put it in the
Not
fridge or
yet.
anything? No?
Just put the needles.
Yeah, just the needles.
Yeah, sticks like little tacks or razor blades or yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
Who are you?
Yeah. Let's start with that.
I am Maya. Do I say my age?
Can
You
if
can
you
say
want.
whatever you like.
Belt level,
We can't ask you
weight.
your age or
National
your weight.
insurance number. So I'm Maya. I have been training jiu-jitsu for a year and 3 months, I think, before I got injured. A year and maybe 2 months or something like that. Before I got injured. Before that, I was doing karate for a little while, but I did stop that because I didn't really like the practicality of it. I didn't really feel like I could use it in a confident way if I was put in that scenario.
Do you know what style of karate it was?
I know the club name.
Yeah, just not the style.
Yeah.
'Cause there's quite a few different styles of karate, isn't there?
Even if she told us, would that make any difference to
No.
our understanding of anything?
No. Yeah.
Just maybe someone listening who does
Oh, yeah,
understand
yeah, yeah,
karate.
yeah.
I think there is styles of karate that will help. And
Yeah.
when I was doing it, the sparring I loved, when you've got the mats and you can do physical contact. And especially because I was training with my dad, so I was able to do conditioning. We were, without pads and stuff. So that bit I loved. But until we got to the lessons and it's the standing in line, doing this,
Katas,
yeah. And it wasn't really for me. And I think I was, a teenager at the time as well. And it's not something you particularly... I think if I did jiu-jitsu, I would have been like, yeah, this is badass. But that it wasn't my vibe at the time, and I don't think it ever will be. But I found jiu-jitsu because I was doing gymnastics, adults gymnastics for a while. Not that I'm any good. It's just for fun. It's just do a bit of jumping, cartwheels, stuff like that. I was doing that kind of for my mental health and just to get some social time in.
When was that? Was that like before lockdown or?
Do you know what? It was after, I think, 2023. So it wasn't actually that long. As I joined jiu-jitsu, I was kind of going in and out, but I was looking for something that I would be good at, because I think with gymnastics, if you're not good, it can't be as satisfying every week that you go.
Yeah.
So it
and was karate your first interaction with like martial arts and like combat?
Yeah, I think so. I always quite liked, well, my dad was really invested in all types of fight forms. I mean, I think he's been doing it since he was younger. So I kind of had the understanding of it. And, I'd hear the stories he'd be telling. Not great ones, but, just interactions he's had. And, just the way that he's trained and stuff. And it's always that pretty classic, fighting, gym etiquette.
So did he kind of give you a push into training, or did you just do it because it was something that your dad already did?
So to karate, it was definitely always each week. It was like, you have to come, you've committed, you have to come. And I think at a point where it just wasn't pleasurable for me to keep doing it, because like I said, I wasn't really getting that, the what's the happy endorphins sort of from it. It just wasn't really for me. But he was my kind of introduction to it, and he was pushing me to do it, which I'm grateful for, because I did competitions when I did karate. Nothing crazy though, but it was still, I think, a good introduction to it, because it kind of showed me what I don't want to do, if that makes sense. I'm like, there's surely something out there that, I don't know, really sparks my happiness and really gets my adrenaline going. And so then after kind of doing gymnastics for a bit, I kind of needed something more. And I think I did a class in Taekwondo, and it was just like the karate I did. I was like, no, this isn't it. And, each club does 3 sessions for, I think, beginners. So my plan was to kind of go around different clubs in Newbury, do like kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, just to find something that's like, I think it's so important to know how to defend yourself.
It's cool you had the confidence to do that though as well. Yeah,
it takes a lot. It takes a lot, especially when it is a male-based field. So I think it was at a time in life where I was like, I had the guts. I was like, you can do this. Like, fuck it. You can go once, you're never going to see them again. Like, it doesn't matter. So I went to that, didn't like it. And funnily enough, Sean and Em had the beginner course up. And I was like, do you know what? If I pay, then I'm committing to go to these 5 sessions. I kind of had a bit of look online. I really didn't know what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was before, actually. I knew about groundwork and stuff, but I never associated it with BJJ. So I had a look and I was like, oh, this is nice. Like the impact, you're using your strength, you're using technique. I was like, oh, this is cool. So I went to the beginning class, and I think that was the best introduction anyone could ever ask for it, because you get the pace, you get taught the techniques, and you get to try the techniques, which I think is such a good format to show people how it works. So I did that, and just literally, I think first session I was like, I love this. I was like, this is my favourite thing ever.
Rolling around on the floor.
Literally, I'm like, with these strangers I don't even know. I'm like, this is amazing. And because I was rolling with Emma at the time, and she was just like the best training partner for a beginner I think you could ever ask. I mean, in general, but as a beginner that you could ask for. It was great. It was really good. Yeah.
Nice. You can tell, like, there are some people who just, when they start, they're like, they just get it.
Yeah.
And then there's people who really love it but are like not the naturals.
Yeah.
And then there's the people who just aren't gonna stick for whatever reason. There's either too much ego, not enough ego. Like I don't know about John, but like I thought you'd already trained when you joined us.
Yeah, so a lot of people did. I think that did kind of boost my ego and
good.
continuing.
I'm legit.
Yeah, because I was like, well, if they're saying I'm good, then there must be something that I'm like, it can only get better, right?
But it makes sense that you, like you said, even though it wasn't like super advanced, but your background in gymnastics, I think if someone asked me what would be the best background sport for jiu-jitsu,
I guess,
probably gymnastics.
Yeah, because I
actually.
mean, well, also the flexibility in it, but like when we do the rolls, I really wanted to try doing like cartwheel passes, and it was something just before I got injured that I was like kind of going Instagram crazy on, and just like looking at these things, I was like, there's unlimited possibilities really of what you can do. And you can combine different sports to this, which I think is so cool. Yeah.
Did you think having the beginners course made it easier for you to sort of get into it and test it because you were around a bunch of people that didn't know it either and you all learned together? Or do you think you still would have picked up if it was just a normal class?
I think I would have, but it probably a bit slower. And I might have not had the same confidence because it was a smaller class. You are...
given more time.
You're given more time, you're given more help. Because the first class I did, just a general class, we did it on a Monday. It was fairly busy. I mean, I managed to talk with Bernie. We kind of had a little chat beforehand, which was great. And then, I was with another beginner at the time. But yeah, the class was so busy, and it's really hard.
Different in style, and just the vibe is different. Like you said, because it's so big, especially on the popular classes. The lunch times are always about 10 people or maybe less, so it's much more relaxed and quiet. Just generally, there's less people in the room, but the busy ones are
busy,
real busy.
Yeah, and also, it was quite busy, and then the techniques are so different from what you're taught, I think, at Sean's, because Sean was teaching the beginner, which is, you've got the beginner. When you sometimes join a week class, it's the 4th week of learning a technique. So then I don't even remember what it was. I think
Like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, it was from like close guard to then like, I don't know, shifting to, I don't know, like an armbar or something. It was just something quite advanced. So I think if that was my first class, I would still love it. Because, you know, at the end I was watching everyone roll. I was like, this is sick, you know. But it might have taken me a little bit slower to come in. So I was so grateful for that beginner class. And like, even when there's some white belts, I think at the time, Annabelle was like, I think I might do this. I was like, do it, because no matter, you know, you're going to get something out of it. So yeah, I mean, it was just such a great introduction to it. And then obviously the open mats and classes afterwards were just so great as well for it, and just kind of building your knowledge and confidence, I think, with rolling with new people. And I think that's quite easy to do at our club, because there's such a wide range of training partners to go with. You know, if you don't like someone's style, you can go with someone else, and you're just always going to find someone who you roll well with, I think, at all levels, you know, from beginner to higher belt.
And you find sometimes with some beginners, like when you're trying to do techniques, they'll just, you try and do it, but they just fall over it. But it's just like, naturally you wouldn't want to fall over. You want to be on your feet. You want to be on top of the person. You wouldn't want to just collapse and be on your back. So I think sometimes it's hard to get a partner that sort of gets that.
That's what I mean about sometimes the beginners don't have enough of an ego, because they're like, they're almost too respectful or submissive.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when a dog just like turns over and gives you their stomach just like straight away.
Yeah.
And it's like, you need some, but it's just
resistance.
like, the resistance. And again, gymnastics or anything that requires kind of core tension, I think is such a good foundation to that sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because just to resist something, and like you said, if you've got a training partner who's also a beginner, like sometimes it can actually impede your training a little bit.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
like you said, the classes often focus on such a small specific part, from this guard to that technique, let's say, because to learn it in depth, we won't get into constraints-led approach and ecological stuff, but traditionally you focus on this like small area. But the beginner's course it is like the bigger chunks, less detail but bigger chunk to build on.
Yeah, I think it was a good way of building the confidence to roll, because we would roll after every technique. So you kind of get a little bit of, or like do the resisting, try and get out of this. So you kind of get a sense of the pace, a sense of how much strength to use and not to use.
So that was in the beginners classes.
Yeah.
So you kind of pressure tested everything from the start.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I think it was something that did build up my confidence, because like at the time, I think even after that, when I was coming to train, I would be the only girl at the open mats and stuff. So I was like, well, I'm not going to get any training in unless I just like, just push myself to choose different people to roll with. So I was like, okay, you just kind of have to do it, and then until like, I think Lou and Lauren, I don't think I actually met them too far, like for a little while until I joined. I don't know, everyone's training at different times. But yeah, a lot of the open mats, that was where I would push myself to be like, just get the confidence in rolling. And that's all like, if there's some new people now, like any new women joining, like I will just kind of be like, just push yourself to try with different people. Because you never know, like this is the way you build your confidence in your jiu-jitsu, I think, with trying what you like, who you don't like, who you do like, what pace as well. I think that's pretty important.
And that's the only way you're going to find the people as well. It's just by rolling with them.
Yeah.
You will have some roles where you're just like, no, actually, I don't really
Which
like
is
the
difficult.
vibe.
Like try before you buy with like a regular training partner. Whereas the open mat, if you have to just endure a 3 minute or 5 minutes with someone who's like not on your vibe, sure. But then next time you kind of partner up in a lesson or something, you're like, nope. Yes. So
yeah, and I think it's quite good though, because you can learn yourself of how to roll with different people. So like you can adjust your, I guess as a white belt you don't have style, but you kind of have a feel of which direction you want to go in.
Some white belts have some good styles. Like,
so I'd argue
some
that
black belts like their style. I'll tell you that.
the thing is,
only a few people will understand that joke, but there is a joke there. She knows. Sorry.
I was about to say something smart and you said something stupid. Is there someone at the door?
Oh, that would be Glenn with...
My car.
Customers.
Yeah.
Oh.
We actually do need to answer that door.
Do you want to continue talking and I'll
Yeah.
go see him?
Yeah.
Get John to get it down low.
Thanks, Sean.
We're gonna have you and a couple of other the ladies on to talk kind of more specifically on the topic, but you mentioned it like just a little bit in terms of being the only woman there sometimes at training. What has it been like training as a woman in such a male dominated sport? Because you do externally anyway, you've kind of always appeared to turn up and just be like, yeah, cool, let's go. It's not a big deal, but I appreciate it might not be that on the inside as well.
No. No, I think I have this ability to kind of, before I'd be like some session, I'd literally be like, I'm not going, because I'm like, the anxiety of just stepping through the door sometimes can be a bit much. And then I would be like, no, you're gonna feel better for going. And that would just push me at the time. And I'd be like, yeah, just fuck it, do it.
Yeah.
And then once I'm kind of in that headspace, I would have to put myself there mentally and be like, just do it. It's only an hour at the end of the day. And one, you're going to get more confident from it. yeah, that was sort of my mentality for it. It is intimidating at times, but I think you can kind of sense a vibe anyway when you go somewhere. If I felt that the men at the gym were not just there to train, then yeah, it'd be different. But I think from the get-go, I was like, okay, there's kind of no weirdos here. I was like, this is the perfect space where I can just be myself, just roll, not have any expectations put on me, which definitely, I think, helped with that as well. But it took a while as well for me to get there in the first place. It's not just something that, comes. But I think just my ability to sort of shut that out did help in this instance. I think I kind of saw the potential of jiu-jitsu having a positive impact on my life. So I just stuck with that. And yeah, it's paid off in some ways.
I guess that's
apart from the brace.
a good segue into what happened to your knee.
What happened to my knee?
Technically, not really jiu-jitsu, more wrestling. Yeah.
Oh no, it's a trap.
So we were doing, it was the last 2 rolls of the session, and just as you do, we just rolled as well an hour before this, so we had an hour of session, an hour before, so you kind of just get in the groove. Complete accident, my foot rolled on itself as I was pulling, arm dragging someone. Won't say who.
Name and shame. Name and shame.
Absolute monster. No, really nice guy.
Yeah, lovely.
He's not training with us now at the moment.
Not because of my injury.
No, I will say that. He's work-wise.
Yes, yeah.
I thought it was you.
No. Why did you think it was me?
I'd name and shame him.
Yeah, of course you would.
To do it.
She would have said it at the start of the pod.
I will tell you.
We can beep it.
Okay.
That fucking guy. Yeah.
Great guy.
Oh,
Great guy.
absolutely.
He actually is a great guy.
It wasn't like anyone's fault. It was the fact that my foot rolled on itself. I didn't see it. You did.
I did see.
I wish there was a film of it, but
I saw your foot stay flat. Your knee touched the mat sideways, and your back on the floor. So it was like.
Yeah. I just remember this going in and like crackles and pops. And yeah, just paid that I've never broken anything. I've never been in an injury like that. So it was sort of like, what do I do? I was like, can I get up? And then I was like, no, I fucking can't. The pops itself was so disgusting that I was like, yeah, I'm not moving. And then, yeah, pain, I was crying. But then once I calmed down, I was like, actually, do you know what? I think it's fine. And then I put some weight on it. It was just
nope.
pain straight away. So I've torn my MCL, grade 3. My ACL is torn to the point where I need surgery, unfortunately. So I've got the brace on to heal my MCL. And then I'm just waiting for when my surgery can be scheduled in. But yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain. But I've been, I think, pretty good with when I can, staying positive, coming to class, still keeping with the community.
You've done a lot of photography lately, and it's really good as well.
Yeah, I think doing that as well has improved my photography. Like each week I'm like, oh, yeah, these are sick. I'm like, yeah, some of these are like such good moments.
Some of them though are very, very interesting positions that she's captured.
You can't capture it if it's not there.
I'm just the messenger,
Yeah.
You're more of a documentarian. Yeah.
That's what I'm there for. But it's really cool, I think, just to kind of see these snapshots of people rolling and having a good time in training. And I think it's quite nice as well. Like, I always liked having my photo taken, seeing what I look like training, good or bad. You can kind of reflect and you're like, yeah, these are sick, and it's nice that people can have something for themselves from doing a sport that they love, which I assume is most people doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, no, it's been really good that you've still come, because I think that's something we talk about on this quite, like, you know, in depth, is that, like, it's not just the training, it's like the community, the friendship, the people, and like you said, the vibe. So it's really great, like, when people are injured and they still come to watch, to chat, to catch up and all that stuff. I think that's really key, because when you stop, if you get something like an injury that stops you training, you run the risk, like jiu-jitsu in this kind of part of the country is my entire social sphere as well. And so if I don't have training, I don't have a lot of friends. So you're like, I think that's really a key part people like don't think about very much.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, even when I joined, I mean, at the beginning I was I keep to myself. I kind of have to suss out people. So I think it took me a little while before I was, you know, close with you guys or anyone else at the club. But then, you know, once you do and you kind of build that community, you're kind of like, yeah, this is what I've been kind of missing in my life, where you kind of have people who you can, especially when they know what having an injury is like, and you can laugh about it. You can kind of ease your anxiety surrounding it, because, you know, people have gone through similar things. And I think everyone's just quite adapting to your needs. Like, we had the first women's open mat, which is every second Sunday of the month. So the next one is on the 10th of August. Ladies.
Nice.
At 11.
You're better at this than us, at like dropping in the right things at the right time. You're better at that. But yeah, great. So
maybe she should replace Mason.
Yeah.
She's here.
Oh, no.
You're here, Maja.
I'm no match. You're
What you were saying about him earlier before the pod. I'm joking. Maybe.
Well, we'll phase him out, you know, over time, and then we can
slowly implement Maja instead.
Make the switch.
Yeah.
We could take a vote. We could do like an online vote and then like stick to it. No matter what. That's it.
Viewers decide.
You're doing better already because you're here, so.
That's right. Yeah, you've got better jiu-jitsu as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
to be honest,
guys,
better tattoos.
Stop! I don't want to make enemies.
What else? Yeah.
Who else were you chatting shit about?
Less of a douchebag.
Sam, before we got here.
Yeah. Where the fuck is he?
Yeah, that's.
I don't want to be here much longer.
That's understandable.
I was saying that. Here's your keys, by the way.
Thank you.
And I told you he'll look after you.
Thank you.
There you go. Nice one, Glenn.
Thank you, Glenn.
If you ever need your car
he
fixed.
also
Yeah,
said
if you need your car fixed, go to
HMC. Greenham.
He also did find the cable, so your bonnet's sorted.
Oh, wait, no way.
Yeah, so the light's not on anymore, apparently. So.
Oh, yeah, I'll go talk to him after. Oh, that's fab.
No, just fuck off. Just literally drive off and not pay.
100%, guys.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Just literally drive off and not pay anything.
So the last time Glenn did something to my car, John rang when it was done, because they obviously chat, their neighbours, and so John rang me and was like, "Oh, you've got an issue, mate. There's nothing wrong with my car. Like, you've done everything right. It was completely fine." And he was like, "There's something really, really wrong with your car." And he was like being like completely deadpan. And I was like, "Oh my god, what's happened?" He was like, "Oh, nah, it's fine, mate."
Yeah, you couldn't.
Although you needed this or something, and I was like, "Oh, that's expensive, isn't it?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Fuck."
So
like,
there was something.
No, you didn't. So he's already been nicer to you than he was to me. So there you go. Yeah, that's been really nice. I think it's like you said, being the only female student is tough, but then it's a bit like kind of a lot of stuff is it takes a few people to power through the really difficult stage to establish a community, whereas now I think we've got quite a good
Absolutely.
I mean, we've got like
Yeah.
6 or 8
Quite a
females now.
lot, yeah. I think definitely, I mean, like Lauren was 100% my guide. You know, Em was my introduction with rolling with women. Then when I did get to know Lauren more, it was with Lauren and then Lou, and they kind of, you know, took me under their wing. And then I met Daisy, which I didn't realise she was first blue belt of the ladies blue belt of the club. Amazing.
She's great, she is. Chats so much shit, but love her to pieces.
Yeah, she's great for if you need someone as an example of like, it's all right to say no to people, like at training.
Yeah.
She'll say no, but then put an insult like on the end of it.
Yeah. She's honest.
To qualify it.
She's honest.
She's like, no, you're too fat or something. It's like, oh, fucking hell. But she's honest. Like, yeah, she's honest. So.
But I think it's nice because they kind of gave me an introduction to it, and it gives you an example of how people, like, kind of women can come together to kind of support each other in that way. And it kind of gave me an example of how to be to other females starting as well.
Because that's the thing, we've got a good community. Like, everyone's from such different backgrounds, like different jobs.
Yeah, completely.
All sorts of lines of work or different upbringings. But the one thing that brings us all together is just rolling on the floor with each other and choking each other.
Yeah.
And we'll happily go out for socials, go for food, hang out. Like, I think the girls have like a social group, don't they? That they go out
we
and
do.
hang out.
Yeah, which is really nice as well, because even some girls who have been injured and aren't able to train will come to those. So it's like, you know, like you said, the community, and it lasts, I think, because the people are quite like-minded in their motivation towards things and discipline towards these things. So even if you're so completely different from each other, even if it is just jiu-jitsu that links you, but the personality traits that kind of come with that will also link you. So it is quite nice. Yeah, I love it.
Did you find, like, for looking for another martial art when you were, was it mainly for like an exercise, or was it more like a therapy as well? Or did you find like jiu-jitsu helped you mentally, but without realising that was a trait that you were looking for?
So it was something I was looking for. I wanted the confidence to be able to go out in Newbury without constantly checking my back.
Yeah.
Not that I have been attacked in the streets, but I have anxiety surrounding that because I know so many people who have been. And I just know that I need to be on it so I can react accordingly. And even now knowing what I know, I don't know if I would, but at least I've got more knowledge than I did back then. So that was one of the reasons I joined, was to gain the confidence to handle those situations with technique, because I wouldn't have the strength, you know, compared to maybe I would. I mean,
I guess it will also make you more confident in the situation. So like someone grabbing your jacket or something like that, you're used to it from like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to say it'll be a shock, but you're more used to being aware of it and not like panic and...
Yeah, exactly. And like, well, from your seminars, a lot about being like close and just using your voice as well, which I think is so important. And like, I think from the get-go, I would have done that. You just kind of think of the most absurd stuff to do in that situation. But also, it just kind of sucks. You've got to think of, like, what would I do? You know? It's just a bit annoying. But I joined for that reason, but also to help with my mental health, I think, to have something to focus on, because I was looking for different hobbies to have. And I was like, I know that a martial arts is something that I could be really focused on and really... just hyper focused on, basically, and passionate about. So I was like, that was the reason why I was looking, is for the self-defense aspect and to get a hobby to get me out the house, really, you know. And then everything else that comes along with it is just bonus, really. Because I was thinking about doing boxing and stuff, but then the headshots, you know, I say about injury, but I'm injured.
I can barely walk right now.
Yeah, so it's hard, but it's... I mean, this hasn't stopped me wanting to come back, which is great. I think that says something about jiu-jitsu. Or I think a lot of people get injured and still want to come back, which is... Yeah, I think that says something about it.
I think you were quite not having like a ego or like boasting about like Newbury, but I think you're lucky in like, the sense of like finding Newbury first, because like some people have had bad experiences with clubs. Like we do have someone who's come from a bad experience and join us and just enjoying the vibe. But I think that's also what's key. 'Cause if you were to join a bad gym, for instance, not to say there's loads out there, but there is obviously some bad eggs, and could have had a bad experience and never wanted to do it again.
Yeah, my experience could have been so completely different, and it could have put me off the sport, I guess. So, no, I'm definitely so grateful that Newbury is such a great gym.
I'll just slip you the money in a minute.
Yeah, thanks. I love Newbury.
No one made me say this. But I think it's great now that we have like established female students, and when people start getting like coloured belts and stuff like that, it's like, do you find like other women being not just there but having coloured belts on, do you find that's like a gauge, like because they've obviously stuck it out, therefore it can't be that?
Yeah, do you know,
bad?
I never thought of it in that way, but it would, you know. I mean, it kind of shows on. But then I think that every girl that trains there, every woman that trains there is just really genuine anyway. So I know, and they would be someone who would stand up to that sort of stuff. So that is another indicator that I'm like, yeah, no, this is fine. And, you know, and we talk, I'm like, so who do you enjoy rolling with? You know, what do you like? What kind of pace do you go at? So
fuck John, he's a fucking
like, never roll with him.
Put John in the blacklist.
The amount of times before you blew your knee out that you would just call me out.
Oh, yeah. But you would just let me do stuff. It's not like you were trying.
I was trying sometimes, but you've got some good techniques.
Yeah, sometimes.
So John will do this where he'll like completely flip-flop in between trying and he's not trying, and so you never know which it is. So if you catch him in something, you will never know if he was actually trying to stop you or not.
And sometimes I was just pissing about so much and someone catches me, I'm like, oh fuck, like, shit.
Danger.
Yeah.
The good thing
do something now.
The good thing about having the camera now, I can get a lot of photos of you getting subbed.
Yeah.
Me getting subbed, sorry.
So
when?
I noticed you're actually,
I'll show you.
you're quite selective with your attention with the camera, because I'll look over to you when we're sparring and I'm like doing something cool and I'm like, you are nowhere to be seen. And then sometime I'm getting smashed by like some 100 kilo blue belt or something, and I'm like, you're right fucking there. And like, Maya, come on, whose team are you on?
And to be fair, photo doesn't show the finish, doesn't see the tap or anything, just catches the moment. All those subs I was escaping.
You're saying my photography is fake?
Yes.
We're saying it's just
apart from the ones where I've subbed them with smothering.
Selective journalism.
I've got a lot of smothering of you smothering people.
Thank you.
You can't really avoid it with him.
No.
It's
just me. I'm a smotherer.
So I am.
Can't change me.
Would you say there's anything that we could do to make Newbury a better space, especially for female students or beginners, but kind of in general as well?
Flowers, make it all nice and pink.
How about like a water feature in the corner so we can go to meditate or something?
Well, I mean, a shower would be nice.
Fucking hell.
Unfortunately, we haven't got control of that.
Because I've been trying, I've been making snide comments in the WhatsApp chat for months.
Yeah, I know it is hard, but I think that could even bring people to coming back.
You have got one actually in the women's changing room.
It.
So I don't know what you're complaining about. It looks perfectly functional.
So how do you know what it looks like?
Because I'm a coach and I have to go in there when
I'm a coach, I haven't been in there.
Okay, have you ever turned the central heating on?
No.
Okay, well then you've never had to go in there.
That just seems wrong, it shouldn't be in there.
Well, it is.
Sam, I allow you to go in there to turn on the central heat.
Thank you.
What, in this?
Not you, John.
Actually, to be fair, I've changed nappies in there as well.
Okay, that's fine.
Because they've got the bigger,
I didn't even notice
seats.
that. Oh, the seats. I thought you meant a pull-out tray. I was like,
no. They don't have
that. Wow.
Actually, they probably should have that.
There's a lot of babies now.
Yeah.
At the club.
But they don't. But we can. There's only so much because we obviously don't own the judo space.
I don't think there's anything in particular. I think it's quite good in a way that we do have more women training now, because that.
Do you do
like,
more posts or like with more
maybe,
time
I
in
think,
between?
Yeah, so I think for the for like the women's only stuff, definitely give it a bit of time before the event. Or I don't know what to call it, before the session.
Yeah,
to advertise it. Yeah, absolutely. And I think then you can let the word out.
People can sort of plan it ahead.
Yeah, because I think that'll be a great thing moving forward.
Especially if people are going to travel to it.
Yes, exactly.
Anyone traveling for more than 20 minutes, half an hour, they're going to need to know there's going to be other people there.
Yeah. And I think, but it's nice because like even though we only had one person coming from over, we still had a fairly big group.
A good group, yeah.
And I was like, this is so nice. When it was just me, Lou, and Lauren, I think, and Danny would be training as well.
Yeah,
But,
quite a few people had stuff already planned, I think,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
injuries and stuff. And
So
that's why
Annabelle
they
was
were
away.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's having go.
Oh, has she?
Yeah,
I saw in
doing
Tesco's
doing
doing
baseball.
softball.
Softball, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the wrong
Yeah.
sport choice.
Yeah, I was like, everyone's getting injured.
No one gets injured in jiu-jitsu ever.
No, ever, never, ever.
I'm absolutely fine.
For now.
Apart from my tummy.
We'll see about that. We've been going for about 47 minutes.
Do you have any questions you want to ask?
I
Yeah,
forgot
do you
to
have
ask
any
you.
questions?
I don't actually think I do. I'm gonna.
It's like in an interview where they're like,
Yeah,
do you have any questions for us? And you're like,
Yeah.
I should have thought of some questions now.
It's like, what's your biggest weakness?
What is it?
Yeah. What is your biggest weakness in BJJ?
I think I'm
Me.
too... Yeah, my kryptonite.
It's me.
It's John. No, I think I'm not too kind to people, but I need, and this is partly what let me down in competition, is I want to like get the dopamine hit of not being the person who comes out on top, but the person who outsmarts the other person.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes you don't have the time or the skill or the strength and power to do it. Mm-hmm. And so it ends up being, I'm quite passive. So I think I'd like to make changes to that, which will open up other parts of my jiu-jitsu game. So my
Yeah,
defensive game is really strong due to that's my kind of character.
Yeah.
But I think to be able to switch and to be very conscious of it, that's my like I spend too much time in that kind of comfort zone, I think. So
I think
that's
a
what
good
I'd say.
question would be asking from an outsider's point of view of the person.
What's my biggest weakness?
Yeah, from an
to
outsider's.
you? Yeah.
So what do we think your weakness is?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
From an outsider's point of view.
So what do you think my biggest weakness is?
Oh, I don't know. I love rolling with you. Literally.
Either in jiu-jitsu or in life in general.
I think your biggest weakness, from my perspective, would be not pushing yourself. You're not pushing yourself.
Yeah,
I
which
think
is
you're
kind of
comfortable
what I
with
said, right?
what. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
comfortable with what you know.
Yeah.
And just going with that rather
Yeah.
than pushing yourself to improve and better yourself.
Yeah, I'd agree. Which is difficult when you can't train as much as you'd like
When you've
to.
got
I
a
was
lot
gonna
going on.
say, yeah.
But that's not an excuse.
No.
It's just difficult, right? So
Yeah, but I
yeah.
think in a way though, like you've had your injury, you're coming back. Like you don't have to put something so big on yourself straight away. Baby steps.
So what would
Baby
you say my weakness is in my game?
diet.
Yeah,
Smothering.
smothering. You think
don't
that's my
like that.
weakness?
You're a one trick.
You don't like it?
You are a one trick.
I think I was the first person to smother her,
Oh.
and then she started doing it to others.
Like,
Disgusting.
I've never tapped you smothering me.
oh no, it's
Ever.
just.
No, I don't
he
do it
does
to
for fun.
to tap. I just do it just to
The enjoyment,
yeah,
yeah,
the panic.
the joy of the journey.
I think there's a certain point where just don't do that. Like,
All right, your biggest weakness is your fucking knee.
yeah.
Improve that, and
then
then you're
talk to
good.
me.
So do you know when your surgery is?
I don't. I have my pre-op booked, but I don't actually know what that means. I
It
don't
surely
really,
means it's soon.
I think so. But so you have pre-op. You've got your first pre-op appointment, then another one, And then I think it's a
Tell you
surgery.
what, Harry might be a good one to ask because of his back surgery.
So he might know. Oh,
He
they're all
might know the way
different
things
though.
work.
ACL is such a common surgery they
Was it?
do. Yeah. So originally the waiting time is a year. So that's what they said. But I said to him, I was like, I'm gonna go insane. Like you need to book me on. I'm not gonna be able to manage a year with a
They
torn
have to
ACL.
take into account your job as well, right?
My job, yeah, and like I think my job, my activity level, that was something that he definitely looked at, and yeah, I mean, I haven't really made the case too much about my mental health, but I was like, it needs to happen,
You need some throw in some of the buzzwords.
Yeah. Depression.
Deteriorating mental health.
Yeah.
Diarrhea. Sorry.
D words.
That's just what's on your mind
Yeah.
at the minute. That makes me not want to roll with you as well.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
No.
I'm fine when it comes to
No, if
rolling.
you've got like some stomach stuff,
Yeah.
you go fucking get your pooey little mitts
So,
on me,
wait.
smothering me.
Yeah, putting your hand on.
You
This
say
is what
I'm-
I mean.
See, right? You're lucky to be injured.
Yeah.
Not have to
I thought you were about to
God,
say
deal
you're
with
gonna
this.
like knee on belly me. It's like that ain't gonna happen. You just like laying on your back too much.
Yeah, I do. I'm lazy. It's my biggest weakness. Fucking lazy.
Just deep half.
Deep half and chill.
Yeah.
That's basically lockdown if I must.
Yeah. And then blow your knee out.
So, well, that was from a calf slicer.
Close enough. That was funny that both of us have blown our knees out from calf slicers.
Yeah, it's not going to stop me doing them though.
No.
Yeah.
Live by the sword, die
I think
by
I
the
did
sword.
one the other day and you looked and you were just like
Oh.
looking at
yeah,
the
it was
position.
like
Yeah.
it was proper bendy. It
I
looked
was
so
thinking
rough.
Tell you what, you can have your surgery,
Yeah.
come back.
Calf slicer.
We'll get really deep into some
Calf
calf
slicers.
slicery stuff. You can do your other knee,
Yeah.
and then you'll have completed the set.
Yeah. Good conditioning, right?
Exactly.
It means it's stronger than
Thing
it was
is, if it's
before.
all cartilage and gristle, then there'll be nothing left to
Yeah.
break. You can't break a bone that's already
Fuse your knee.
broken.
I'm just gonna be all metal,
Yeah, just fuse
Yes.
it. You don't need
and then
a
I can
knee.
use it against it.
You don't need a knee.
I don't need any.
They're underrated. Overrated.
Yeah.
Overrated, that's the one.
Right, I think we descended into madness. Let's call it there because I think I'm going to expire in here. It's fucking
It's
hot.
so hot.
I'm sweating my ass off.
I can't wait to
Yeah.
get off. It's like,
Yeah, this is a bit hot too. Well, thank you for being our first ever female guest on the pod.
thank you
If
for
anyone
having
wants
me.
to follow you, where do they find you?
Socials, baby.
On
Because
Instagram.
you're big on social.
Yes, really big. I've got like 6 posts up. Go like them. Go follow. I
Do you
think
remember
it's
the tag?
BJJ Maj. BJJ. Follow me on Instagram.
Nice, went to the camera.
There we go.
Hey, Mason. Right, replaced.
So, that's it then.
That's it then. We'll see
Thank you for coming on.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you. And we'll have you back with some of the other
Yeah, sure.
ladies. So I always try to not say girls because some people get kind of
Offended.
not girls.
Girls.
But it just kind of
gals.
goes off the tongue. Girls and guys. That's
Gals.
Gals.
Get the gals on.
Ladies. Anyway, we'll get you
Fab.
on and we'll talk about a bit more kind of female specific experience
Yeah.
in combat sports, jiu-jitsu, all that stuff.
Sounds good.
You're also our first ever just regular student.
Yeah.
Regular
Probably
other
like
training.
white belt.
Yeah.
Oh, Ashley.
yeah.
Just some white belt.
Ashley.
Ashley doesn't count though.
Well, he had all that shit with cancer, blah, blah, blah.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, he's not that good at jiu-jitsu, is he? So,
He's pretty weak at jiu-jitsu.
yeah.
His purple belt was only because he's got cancer.
Oh.
Sympathy belt.
Oh.
That's what you said before the podcast started. I'm just
Yeah, because
repeating
I know
what you
Ashley
said.
so well.
Right, we will
And
end there. Hopefully with
Ta-da.
Mason next time. Bye-bye for
Possibly.
now.
Bye.